What makes you think this guy's going to do this? He's not. Now go ahead and sign it. Go down there. Give him another shot. But it's depleting your energy. It's distracting you away from defending, relying on yourselves. The only person you can trust now is those of us who have a stake in this government, what they're doing to us. This man is there. If he hasn't done anything, he's not going to do it now.
You're absolutely right. The problem is with your plan here,
Yes, sir.
you're totally ignoring a couple of realities.
I'd love to hear it.
Number one reality, you can't have people stay home and make it any kind of media. Nobody knows who's staying home. It is in a television age, in a media age, that is a million people stay home. Invisible.
Okay,
You know,
that. Okay.
The fact is that with Price and so on, he's a guy that actually depends on us, our voters. He is way more conservative than this and so on. You'd have to, I mean, to make your kind of plan work, you would have to have a nationwide coalition of a lot of people who produce a lot of senators. That's number one. And number two, there would have to be an event at the end that was very visible and so on. We've seen how national demonstration after national demonstration these days is made almost invisible.
Exactly.
By the media. So what you've got is a even less visible kind of thing, national demonstration, as something to organize with.
Okay, now okay, let's really thought about it. Now, if we get 1.5 million unemployed people, it's not going to have any effect. If we get 1.5 million unemployed people, and there are millions of them out there, nothing's going to happen. I've already got 5 harbor pilots that are ready to stand down. In the New York harbor. Just now, just from talking to them. 5. Depends on who you get. If you get 150 harbor pilots, nothing hits the docks, the news is going to cover that.
That's a different thing. But
That's what I'm talking about. Of course it is. Of course it is. But you're assuming that we're just going to have invisible people become even more invisible. But I'm not. I'm talking about people who have viable jobs in very key positions. Right now, as Dr. Lieutenant Colonel Bowman referred to the North American Union. Okay, that's going to put thousands of Teamsters out of work and longshoremen out of work. You think that they want to? I've already talked to a guy in Missouri on a radio show. He called up and said, "Yeah, Bush, we got something for you with our deer hunting rifles out there." What he said, he's a truck driver. They talk on the CB radio. They're already talking about doing the shutdown, parking their trucks on the freeway, putting their keys in pockets and walking away. Okay, you get those people. You only need a few thousand of them. Okay, I'm talking about 1.5 million so that we have taxi drivers, bus drivers, truck drivers, longshoremen. We shut them down. It happens. And those who want to, well, I don't want to go there. But I've had people suggest that, one gentleman suggested how they shut, in the 60s, they shut down Washington, D.C. by parking their cars at the bridges. And they blocked off the city and they shut it down. Okay? I'm not all that crazy about that because there could be arrests and there could be violence and there could be all this thing, right? And I just really think we can be smarter than that. I think that they just stay home. Retail clerks stay home, people who are in shops, people at Circuit City, when middle management got fired and hired back for lesser wages.
And Walmart.
You know, Walmart, Home Depot, Office Depot, every depot they got. These people stay home. There's no place to go. Restaurant workers. Let me tell you some great inspiring stuff about the Mexicans in California. I was so proud of the Mexicans in California. I tell you, we got a different deal on the Mexicans, the folks of us who grew up with them, to what's being spread out about immigration. It's not an immigration issue, it's a labor issue. They're making an immigration issue. And exactly what the doctor said about the breaking of the campesinos in Mexico, 6 million of them. I was in Texas back in 2004 and talked to the president of Texas Corn Growers, and he had already been down in Mexico, and they predicted that it was going to bankrupt anywhere from 6 to 10 million Mexican corn farmers. And it did, and they've come over the border, either shipped over by American corporations, or they came over looking for work. But this is a true story. Mexican busboy goes up on their day without Mexicans, goes up to the manager of his restaurant, and he says, "I'm not going to be in work on Monday. I'm going to be striking." And the manager says, "If you don't come to work on Monday, you don't come to work on Tuesday." He says, "Okay, give me my check."